Part 4. Bethany. Bethany, like I said, back to Bethany and Lynette. Lynette and Bethany are both the same, except Lynette has a child and Bethany does not. The fact that Bethany does not want Shara to have or go to Miami, at the end of the day, that's Shara's niece, not yours. And why is she not staying with her aunt? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. And then her meeting that guy, something about that guy is not right. Something about him not right. And I don't know if he gonna try to do something to Brooke, but something about him ain't gonna be right. It's gonna be something with either Destiny or something with Brooke. She'll start bringing him around, and he gonna try to do something. It's just something about him that just ain't right. Girl, stick with the man that helped you set up your salon. Girl, you should be focusing on that and not focusing on all this other nonsense. Leave that man where he at. You should never give that man your phone number. As for Ernestine and this situation with Nadia and then Bree sleeping with Jay, boy, this gonna be epic. This situation gonna be bad. I think this might be the one time Nadia and Ernestine may have something in common. Cause Jay, you slept with Bree. Mm, 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 mm. Whoo, boy. Now, as for Lisa and Mike, it's only a matter of time before they cross the line. Because I think he is putting his hands on her. Like I said in my live before, when it comes to biracial dating, everything that's said on these skits is actually the real reason why these men date Caucasian women. He ain't lying. Like I said, with Darren, it's just something that just shows the disdain for black women that start back at childhood. Starts back with childhood. That's how I feel about that. But the fact that Lisa like herself some black men, she do. And like I said, I have no quarrels about black men dating outside their race. I don't care, honestly. Date who you want to date. It don't even matter to me. Do what you want to do. Hey, do you. But she like Mike. But I think before she do anything, she need to figure out her marriage first before she do anything. So before she mess around and do anything, she definitely needs to figure out her marriage. As for Danielle, I like Danielle. Because Danielle tell it like it is. But Danielle, your husband is playing your face. That man like him some brown sugar. He love him a little bit of brown sugar. He tired of that bleached sugar. He wants some brown sugar. He want him some soul food. Girl, that man like him some chocolate, caramel, milk chocolate. Some white chocolate, but he like a little bit of chocolate in his desserts. Yeah, he like a little bit of chocolate. But yeah, as far as him and Abigail, I now understand why they broke up. I'm not going to put this all on Abigail. I put this on Ben. Because like she said, you were never home, you were never around. Whoop, 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 whoop. So I think even though he loves Danielle, I think his heart is with Abigail. That's the way I see it. So eventually he gonna go over there to the chocolate side again. As for that black woman, yeah. The fact that Anthony was over there giving Delicia compliments, it's only a matter of time. I promise you, Amber gonna smell that perfume on Delicia, and she gonna recognize it, and she gonna try to fight Delicia. At the end of the day, having perfume on you can also mean somebody hugged you. So, you can't always just automatically assume because somebody got perfume on them that something happened. Now, if they smell like somebody's with JJ, then that's a whole nother conversation. If they smell like somebody else's, you know what, then yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But perfume, lipstick on your, lipstick, that can mean that person was kissed on the cheek. So that's possible. So I don't just jump the gun. I think things through. As far as I think, I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Oh, Wayne and Samira. Tamara, I need you to get over your insecurities. You knew who this man was when you got with him. You knew who he was. You knew he had all these baby mamas. Either you're going to accept it or leave him where he at. At the end of the day, like I said, Wayne is Wayne. Wayne is going to continue to be Wayne. I remember on Valentine's Day when he said he don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Girl, let me tell you something about men like Wayne. Yes, during holidays or when they first trying to get with you, oh, they'll go above and beyond their first year or first couple months. But after they got you, back to what I was saying. But yeah, Bethany, like I said, Lynette and Bethany ain't too different. But I just think Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horsemen, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. But either way, when it comes to these Kountry Wayne skits, they're based on real life events. But a lot of people want to talk about it like it's entertainment. There's no entertainment in these skits. It's real life situations. And the only way that you really can address these Kountry Wayne skits is if you do them like Kids Incorporated, where you turn them into a lesson. That's just pretty much it. You have to talk about these skits like they are real life situations and have these discussions between men and women about the skits. So it really isn't so much about the skits themselves. It's really about what are you learning from these skits? How are you applying these things when it comes to how you date? Or is your relationship like these skits? Because at the end of the day, these ain't soap operas. And I'm going to say this one more time to those of y'all on these panels. They do not write the skits. The people in the skits write their skits. They do improv. Y'all need to stop saying writers. They don't have any writers. They don't. Wayne and them do not write the skits. They produce the skits. The people that's in the skits write their own skits. I need people to understand that. So I might go ahead and do a live, and I might go ahead and do a panel like around 6:30, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tonight. But again, like I said, the way I look at these Kountry Wayne skits, I look at them as if they were my patients. I look at them as if they're real life situations that really do go on. This stuff does happen all the time. And there are people that have been through these situations that are like, why? But there are a lot of people learning from these skits, I can tell you that much. There are a lot of people that watch these skits and they talk about it and they actually learn from it and they're not going through it. So Kountry Wayne is just opening people's eyes to a side of relationships that people don't want to talk about. But we have to talk about it. Because we don't talk about it, things won't change. It just won't. So like I said, I haven't talked about the Kountry Wayne skits in a while because it's the same repetitive nonsense. But if I'm going to talk about them, it's going to be from a healing and recovery perspective. From a professional perspective. But I've been through a lot of these Kountry Wayne skit stuff. I've been through all of it. It ain't nothing new to me. Because this stuff really does go on. And people want to act like it don't. It does. It happens all the time. But I will say this. I saw a panel last night where things got ugly last night. And I will say that when it comes to these Kountry Wayne panels, I'm trying to understand what y'all are trying to do with these. But if you're not trying to make money off these skits, meaning if you're not trying to do panels because you're going to put it on your YouTube channel or your Instagram or your Facebook channel, if you are not trying to have it where you're trying to make a podcast out of it where you're getting paid, y'all are wasting time. Yeah, you getting gifts, but you're not really making no real money because you're still working your regular 9-to-5 jobs. So if you're not going to do these skits where you're not going to take them and you're not going to post them, like the one I did last night, I decided to post it. I'm going to post it on all of my platforms and post it. And that's just going to be it on that. But at the end of the day, I have a whole podcast that I'm about to do these Kountry Wayne skits on where I get paid to do it. So even on my Substack, I thought about doing the Kountry Wayne reviews. So at the end of the day, like I said, I just think that people need to start figuring out what y'all want to do about these skits.